Hello again, this is Miss Mahler here to explain your second assignment for the week. You are going to write a cause and effect paragraph. Write a paragraph that explains the cause and effects of living in the secret annex. Be sure to include an introduction and a thesis statement. Your paragraph must be between 4 and 8 sentences long. Use these questions to guide your writing. What caused them to be forced into hiding? What are some effects that happened while in hiding? What is informative writing? Informative writing is based on facts, not thoughts and opinions. It contains an introduction with background information, and it uses a thesis statement. Let's talk about an introduction. An introduction includes background information about the topic. This is where you're first going to tell your reader what your writing will be about. Here is some background information found in our textbook on page 775. Nazi occupation. On September 1st, 1939, Nazi Germany launched a sudden attack on Poland that triggered World War II. Over the next several years, the armies of Nazi Germany swept across Europe, conquering and occupying many countries. In each country the Nazis occupied, the Jews were rounded up and sent by train to forced labor camps and death camps. The Nazi occupation of the Netherlands is the background for The Diary of Anne Frank, a play based on the actual diary of a young German Jewish girl whose family chose to hide from the Nazis. You can watch this video if you would like more background information. This video is from the History Channel, and we watched it in class. It describes the rise of the Nazis in Germany and the cause of World War II. The cause of our characters going into hiding was because of World War II and the Holocaust. Jewish people were being sent to forced labor camps or concentration death camps. Some Jewish families tried to hide from the Nazis in order to avoid persecution. In our introduction, we also want to make sure we include a thesis statement. A thesis statement summarizes the most important ideas of your writing. Here's the formula that we are going to use for this paragraph. When you write your paragraph, all you need to do is fill in the blanks with the effects. While living in the secret annex, the characters had to deal with many effects. These effects include. Here are some of the effects that happened while they were in hiding. There are many others, I just listed a few here. You may write about anything else that happened in the story. You do not have to pick from this list. They cannot leave the attic for anything. There are strict rules from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. They must be quiet. They cannot talk louder than a whisper. They cannot use any water. They can't use the bathroom or the sink. They can't wear shoes, and all trash must be burned. There is a lack of privacy. There's not enough space for everyone. Only one bathroom. Anne and Dussel had to share a room. There's not enough food. Mr. Van Daan was caught stealing food. Dussel was allergic to Moochie the cat. Moochie was eating all the food. Anne was annoying to others. She stole Peter's shoes. She wore Peter's clothes. She spilled milk on Mrs. Van Daan's fur coat. She put a wet mop in Dussel's bed. She had nightmares, and she argued with her mother. Here are Mr. Frank's rules that everyone must follow while they are in hiding. We must have complete quiet. From 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening, we must move only when it is necessary, and then in stockinged feet. We must not speak above a whisper. We must not run any water. We cannot use the sink or even, forgive me, the WC. No trash. We must burn everything in the stove at night. I don't want you ever to go beyond that door. Never. It isn't safe. No, you must never go beyond that door. Here is a sample paragraph. Notice that I included an introduction with background information, as well as a thesis statement. World War II and the Holocaust caused millions of innocent people to die. Jewish people were not allowed to live freely in many European countries at this time. Jewish people were sent to forced labor camps or concentration death camps. This caused some brave Jewish families to try and hide from the Nazis in order to avoid persecution. Anne Frank, her sister Margot, their parents, the Van Daan family, and Dussel decided to try and hide from the Green Police. They managed to stay hidden for almost 2 years, but living in such close quarters led to many effects. After your background information, then you want to include your thesis statement. You may use the formula that I have provided by filling in the blanks with your own effects. Please do not copy my exact example. Here is my example. All you need to do is change what is underlined. While living in the secret annex, the characters had to deal with many effects. These effects include strict rules, lack of privacy, and not having enough food.